Alright guys, this is just going to be kind of a short video on tips to keep yourself in financial order. Everybody knows budgets. I mean, you can budget all day long, but still be in hot water if you don't have that income. So what do you do if you get behind? Well, first thing you do is contact your lenders. If you're getting behind on payments, call your bank. If your car payment's going to be late, say, hey, my payment's going to be late, I don't know what to do or to tell you guys, but it's going to be late. Tell them that. Keeping an open line of communication with your bank will greatly increase the probability that they're going to help you too, or they're going to work with you. If you tell them, hey, I can't make my full $200 car payment this month, but I can give you $100 on this day and $100 on this day, they might be like, okay, we'll do that for you. But then you have to go through and do it. Don't tell them things just to feed them lies. Tell them what you're going to do and do it. I actually work in lending, and I know we're a lot more... we'd rather work with people who are going to talk to us and tell us what's going on with their lives than to just blow us off and make us call them all the time and, try and pry the money out of them. If you don't have the income, you don't have the income, so you just gotta keep your line of communication open with your credit union or your bank. The other thing you can do is try and consolidate your loans. I mean, if you're with a big bank like Wells Fargo, go to a credit union in your city. They usually have better interest rates on car loans anyways, so, go there, see if you can get a better rate. It might lower your payments, it might lower the term that you have left to pay on it. It all just depends on what you're going to go through and obviously what your credit score is. The other thing you can do is cut shit that you don't need out of your budget. I mean, you don't need to go to the bar every weekend on Friday and Saturday and spend 40 to 60 bucks on booze. I mean, what are you really getting out of that? I mean, I've kind of started to do that this year. I only go out one night, and I usually only take about 10 bucks with me. I don't get drunk. I just have a beer or two and call it good. Aside from that is if you have a lot of credit card debt, go to a consolidation company. Find a reputable one in your area. Contact them. Figure out what they need from you and what they can do for you. I had quite a bit of credit card debt at one point in time, and I went through a consolidation company, and I gotta tell you, they saved my ass. I was getting calls all the time about getting my loans paid off. My credit cards were past due. I had a horrible credit score, but I went through them, got my debt paid off, and it's drastically improved my credit score. If you have a tendency to get in trouble with credit cards, cut them all up and don't apply for any more. Pay down the balances you have. A good rule of thumb is to have your balance at under 50% of what your max allowance is. If you have a $1,500 credit card, you want your balance to be under $750. That will help your credit score improve, and if you can do that with all your cards, that will also help your credit card improve. The other thing you can do is with those credit cards, if you don't want to close them and you don't want to go to a consolidation company, is call them up and ask them to reduce your rate. If you've been making your payments for like 6 months or so, just call them up and say, hey, what can I do to lower my interest rate on this card? Sometimes they can work with you, sometimes they can't. The consumer credit, or the credit consolidation company that I went through, they actually lowered my interest rates from like 29% down to like 9 and 11%, so I could pay them off a lot faster. Otherwise, you're just going to be paying all interest all the time, and you're going to feel like you're not getting anywhere. It's a bad situation. I was in it. I worked my ass off. I moved back home with my parents. I used all my extra money to pay off my credit card debt, and I do not have a credit card currently, and I love it. I love not having to worry about making those kinds of payments. I don't make a whole lot of money. I mean, I make under $30,000 a year, and I'm still able to live halfway comfortably. I do pay rent, not much though, but get your finances in order, get your credit score improved. Your credit score is going to be the one thing that almost every lender looks at if you want to buy a house, if you want to buy a car, You'll get better interest rates if you have a higher credit score. So you want to get that taken care of or improved upon the most as fast as you possibly can. There's other ways, to do it. You can open up a credit card and pay off your balance as it goes. You can actually ask your financial institution if you can open up a credit card with them, but have, like, say, a $500 limit, and actually have that cash put aside into a second account. So when you spend it, you just put that over. You just roll it from one account to your credit card to pay it off that month, and that way you can build your credit score up, and you won't actually have to pay any interest. And then once you do, go through that $500 or whatever it is, you can cancel the card, cut it up, and then never use it again, and you will have improved your credit score, hopefully a little bit more. That basically is all I have to say about, improving your financial situation. I'm not a financial guru. I have debt. I don't have a perfect credit score. I'm just a normal person that was in trouble for a while and dug myself out of it with hard work and help from other people. I mean, if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. It's a dumb thing to just blow off all your lenders and tell them that you're fine when you're not, because they'll see it. I mean, they get your credit. They can see your accounts. I mean, so keep an open line of communication with your credit or with your lenders. If you have credit cards, try and get them consolidated with a consumer credit kind of deal. And then, just try not to use credit cards. Don't go out as much. Find out what you need and what you don't need. Don't spend frivolous money. Do you really need a brand new iPad? If you have a laptop, do you need an iPad? If you have a laptop, do you need a desktop and an iPad and an iPhone and an iTouch? I have nothing against technology, but it's just, do you really need one of everything? So that is about all I have for this rant. So thank you for watching.